What is up, my fam bam? Ashley Elizabeth here with AHM Artistry, and today we are talking all about the brand new Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blue Blood palette. I was going back and forth on whether I wanted to purchase this palette. To be honest, I did a couple polls and the majority ruled that said yes. I know this palette isn't for everybody because it is heavy on the blue, but she is a beaut, and y'all know that I love my blood sugar palette, and I mean, it's hard to resist once he has that little clasp and this amazing case, and whatever was inside, I almost didn't care, but it is beautiful, so that's good that it worked out. So what we're going to be doing today with this palette in this video is I'm going to be showing you some arm and eye swatches. That way we can see how the pigment is performing, how the blendability is, whether you need a finger or a brush to make this palette perform. I'm going to be talking to you about specifications, and I'm also going to tell you like my purchasing experience, where I purchased from, would I do that again, and all that stuff. And also bonus, because this is what I'm doing now in my eye swatch videos, is I actually try on the palette. So the eye look that you see right here, I actually did an Instagram tutorial doing this look. That way I could get a good feel for the palette and tell you how it's actually performing, but also throw in a little bonus tutorial for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys will comment and say like, hey, where's that eye tutorial of what the look that you're wearing? I want to see it. So I actually already put it on Instagram. You can head over to my Instagram either right now or at the end of this video and check out this eye tutorial if you would like to see that. Make sure you follow me over there, because that area of social media is an extension of my YouTube channel. So whatever you see here, I elaborate on over there, and you see snippets of my life. You see a little behind the scenes on the Insta stories and all that stuff. But anyways, if you clicked on this, you're probably just here to see everything about this Blue Blood palette. So we got the blue background. I have a blue light. I have a blue sweatshirt. I have blue nails. Let's go ahead and dive into this Blue Blood collection right now. Yes, if you haven't seen me wear this sweatshirt before, well, it says I'm a cat, and I feel really punny today because I did my hair like a little kitty, and I'm just embracing the cat. I actually went to PetSmart today to get my dog food because he has special food now, and the checkout lady was like, what kind of cat do you have? And I was like, I don't have a cat. I'm the cat, apparently, and my husband's like a little bit allergic to cats, so we don't have one, but we have a dog. But everybody was a little bit confused because that was like another person asked me today, and I was like, I don't have a cat, and I'm walking around with cat paraphernalia, which I do tend to do because I love cats. I just can't have them, but that's okay. Anyways, anyways, meow. I'm not gonna bore you too much with specifications, but I'm gonna show you some really beautiful snippets that I got of this palette before I muddled all in it with my fingers. So this palette is retailing for $52. It's probably sold out in most places by the time this video goes up, because you know Jeffree Star launches, they sell out real fast. So you might be watching this later. I don't really know when things come back in stock from them, so I will link some of my favorite places to shop down in the description box, but I'll also link his list of approved authorized retailers, because I know, especially after Blood Sugar launched, there was a lot of fake retailers out there, and that is no bueno, not good. Now, I purchased my palette from Beautylish, and that is why I have it in my hand right now. I had a couple people ask if I got it in PR. No, I did not. Like, I paid for this myself. I got it. I went with Beautylish because of the 2-day shipping, and I researched as much as I could to find out, is that 2-day shipping like legit? Is it really that fast? And it was really that fast. When I purchased Blood Sugar last year from Jeffree Star's website, well, it took a long time, but it was pretty chaotic, to say the least. I mean, it's just an overwhelming amount of support that he has, which is awesome, but it was very difficult to get it. And then I was logged in like a minute before it was supposed to launch, and he ended up doing it like 5 minutes before, so they were pretty much all sold out. I was standing in the queue or whatever for 2 minutes, and it logged me out, and I never got it. It was sold out at 10:02, which is crazy. That's so awesome for him, but this time around I was like, well, I need to be a little bit more prepared. So word of the wise, when you are going to be purchasing a new makeup launch, have your login information already done, your addresses, your credit card info ready to go. So I did have that already because I've already purchased other things since then, but on Beautylish I did the same thing. Now with Jeffree Star's website, I don't know if there's any free shipping, or if there is, it's like at $100, and I was just purchasing this palette. And you know me and shipping, I don't like to pay for shipping if I don't have to, so I was like, let me see what else there is. I heard really good things about Beautylish, so let me check out Beautylish. So I researched that a little bit, and I saw that if you spend $35, then you'll get free shipping, and it's an upgrade to 2-day shipping or something like that. So I was like, let me see, is 2-day shipping really 2-day shipping? Everything I could find said, yeah, like 2-day shipping, like that's legit. They really do that, because there's some places that's like 2-day shipping after like 5 to 10 days for processing, but no, Beautylish was like legit 2-day shipping. Maybe it was 3 for like a couple hours of processing the first day it launched. I don't remember, but it was really good, really fast. So I'm really glad I went with Beautylish, and I was able to get in and out of there like right when it launched. All my credit card information was done. It did have a little bit of processing issues, and I was both on Jeffree Star's site and Beautylish, because I had Jeffree Star as a backup. Beautylish was going to be my #1 to order from, and I never ordered from them before, but I can tell you, buying experience was pleasant, easy. It seemed like from all the it seemed like from all the tweets that I saw that Beautylish was the one that had it like on lockdown, and Jeffree Star's website had a little more kinks that I was working out and people waiting in queues and stuff. So, and that is why I have it in my hands so fast. So shout out to Beautylish, because you guys are on it so fast. 2-day shipping, minimum purchase of $35. I love that. So if you've never purchased from Beautylish before and you've been wondering how that buying experience was, that's my buying experience, buying a new launch the day it launched from them, and that is like great. I could not believe it. I still can't believe that I already have it this fast. So shout out to Beautylish, because that was awesome. I will be linking them down below, and most likely, as long as they have future launches, that is the website that I will be using, because it was so seamless, so easy, bada bing, bada boom, loving it. So now let's talk about this palette for a second, and maybe you're on the fence about it. I don't know. I don't know if you're 100% sold, if you're on the fence, if you're like, no, and you're just here to check it out. I was completely on the fence with this palette, because like a lot of you guys, maybe not you watching, but people of the world, you're a little bit cautious of blue eyeshadows. Now, I'm not necessarily cautious of blue eyeshadows. I am for me, but in general, I love blues. I think they're beautiful and they can look so awesome. This is turning into the season of blue eyeshadow palettes, because I'm starting to have a lot and I originally had none. So they are beautiful. I love how this look turned out, but my skin tone, as you can tell, is very goldeny yellow, lots of yellow undertones in my skin. And when I put a blue eyeshadow on, if I just throw it on, it can start to make my skin look sallow and a little muddy and just a little bit sickly. So I have to be really careful when I use blue eyeshadows. So if I do it right, if I do it good, it looks all good and nice. So I really like this, but it's just not a shadow that I can just throw on and run out the door. Before he released it, I was like, I'm 100% getting it. It's gonna be like Blood Sugar. It's part 2. I'm gonna get it. I don't care what's in it. And then he showed us, and my initial reaction was like, oh, all right, okay. I'm not a big fan of light blue. I just don't know why. I'm just not particularly drawn to it. It is an absolutely beautiful case. This one has like a vinyl feel as opposed to the vegan leather, i.e. pleather feel of the Blood Sugar palette. I love that pleather feel. I don't know why. I just love it. But you get the clasp, it has the same kind of aesthetic, just a little bit different. But when you open it, it's like, I almost personally, this is like nitpicking, I would almost have rather have seen this dark blue on the outside. I feel like that would have coordinated a little bit better with Blood Sugar, but that's nitpicking. The shades are absolutely gorgeous, so pretty, but you have to like a blue color scheme. There are some corals in here and a couple little nude shades, but I'm gonna talk to you guys about that after I show you the swatches, about my kind of like review on those ones. But you can do a lot of different looks with this. So it's not only blue, but you gotta like your blue eyeshadows and your teals, or else you're barking up the wrong tree here, because you don't have to make it work if you don't want to, you know what I mean? So I'm really liking it. I think it's really pretty, but I do have some little critiques and reviews for you guys. So let's stop talking, because I could literally talk forever about one single thing, and let me show you my arm swatches, and then we'll dive right into eye swatches. So there are the arm swatches. Everything's looking really pretty. Of course, those lighter shades on my light skin tone, I do have to double up a little bit. There is a one shade in here, the very last one that I swatched, Undertaker. It's a little weird, but you'll see. We'll go ahead and jump into eye swatches. If you are new to my eye swatch video, basically on one side, I do it with a finger on my eye, just so you can see the color payoff, just so you can see what it looks like using a finger to apply, and on my skin tone. And then also I do it on a completely unprimed eye, and that goes for both sides. You'll see on the other side, I actually go in with a brush. Depending on the type of formula it is, I'll change up the brush. So that way you can see the blendability, or just like say the shimmer metallic payoff and all that. So go ahead now and sit back and check that out if you'd like. Maybe like a good beige shade if you're my skin tone. Otherwise, I can't really get much pigment from that one. Is the perfect base shade for me. Perfect. That Ocean Ice, the blue glittery shade, left this weird, I don't know if it's staining because it's like a pink streak there, and then right here where I just patted it on, I don't know if that's irritation or staining. It'd be weird if there was a pink underlying pigment in there, but I don't know. I don't formulate eyeshadows, so I'll keep you posted if I get any irritation with that. I don't usually get like irritated actual streaks when I do these, but I can get staining like in those exact areas. So my eyes don't hurt or anything, no itchiness, but I'll let you guys know if that changes at all. All right, you guys, let me know down in the comments what you're thinking about those swatches. What are you thinking about this color scheme, the color payoff, blendability, everything like that. Keeping in mind that these are done on an unprimed eye, which most of the time, shadows need a primer. But there are quite a few of these shadows in here that performed beautifully on a plain, raw skin, which has to be like, that's really good, because a lot of shadows, if you've seen any of my eye swatch videos, they need that primer, but a lot of these ones stuck no problem, blended out amazingly. So what I was talking about before swatches is a couple of these shades in here that look really nude and pretty, like you can do some different looks. On my skin tone, it's not really showing up that much, and that's these two right here, Untouchable and Priceless. They look so pretty, and they are transition shades, but I think I would need to have like a white base laid down in order to get a little bit more pigment out of it, because it's just blending away to nothing. I mean, this is almost like my skin tone right now. And then this one is like a pinky version of that. So I'm just not getting the oomph that I want. This one over here that was like my perfect base shade. It's amazing, love it. And then this nude color, I actually used it yesterday when I went to Disneyland. I didn't show any video or anything, but I just put it in the crease and it was so pretty, just really simple. And then this one I put on the lid, Crystal Flesh. Creepy name, but whatever. And it looked so pretty. I used it with a finger, just tapped it out, those two together, or just a really pretty simple look. Maybe I'll do that for next week's tutorial in one of the tutorials. Maybe. You want to see a nude look? You want to see a nude look with this? Let me know. But otherwise, all the like pigmented shades are absolutely gorgeous. This one is like a very bluey gray. I could just like imagine some really cool looks with that one. The only one that gave me a little bit of difficulty, it was Deceased. I think this one will work better with the finger. No, I don't know. It's just not much. It looks like it's going to be super shimmery in the pan, but it's like a matte shimmer. It's very unique, very interesting how it's just not quite there. I guess for me, I wish it had a little more oomph to it, just because it looks like it could have oomph. But when I was applying it onto this outer corner over here in my Instagram tutorial, it wasn't really working the way I wanted to. So I actually ended up going in with Undertaker right there, which was good, because Undertaker was the one that I was talking about before swatching, that it feels gross. When you swatch it, it feels like, okay, were you ever a kid and were you ever like digging, okay, when I was little, I would go in the dirt and I had magnets, and you like search the soil for iron and the magnets will pull up the iron. That's kind of like what it feels like when you're playing with that, and it kind of swatches weird, like there's just like an essence to it, and maybe it's like iron oxides or something, I don't know. But the good news is it goes fine on the eye with a brush. Like it went on no problem. There was no flaking, no fallout, no weirdness. But it was very unusual to feel for like a matte shade, this like texture to it. But that's kind of just like an interesting experience. But just if you're like in the Morphe store swatching it or something, just know that that's not, it doesn't hinder the performance. But oh my gosh, you guys, this Entitled shade is absolutely beautiful. That's what's over here on this side of my corner. And then Flourishing, I want to do a look with, because that teal is like, I love turquoise. Turquoise is my favorite shade, and that turquoise is legit. I no longer need to be on a hunt for turquoise, because here she is, and she is beautiful. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, that's like my wedding colors. That was my wedding color right there. So yeah, there is that. That's like kind of like my little first impressions feel for the palette. This isn't like official review or anything, because I've only used it one time, but I will tell you I've been wearing this eye look for over 5 hours now, because that's just kind of what I've had to do lately, is film part of a video and then film the rest later. Just having a toddler, that's what happens. But I will say that everything's looking really good. I'm not getting any creasing, and I have slightly hooded eyes, and that shimmer's not creasing. It's not going on the top and getting into the mattes, nothing like that. Bottom shadow looks great. The only issues I'm having is my watery eyes have a little, you know, removal in the corner. The shadow is kind of gone from there, but I don't know if that's just my eyes, because sometimes I have a problem with my eyes watering over there and it doing that, but it does feel a little dry. I don't know if that's just my allergies, if the shadow's kind of feeling a little bit irritating there. I have no idea at this point. So I'm gonna continue to play with this. I'll update you guys if anything changes. I will be doing some eye tutorials coming up in the next week or so. So if you haven't subscribed to me yet, you're gonna wanna go ahead and do that, because you don't wanna miss those, especially if you picked up this palette and you want some little inspo, some little tutorials. I'm gonna be your girl for that. Don't forget to head over to Instagram and check out my eye tutorial doing this look if you haven't yet. And thank you all so much for watching. And definitely before you go, comment down below if this palette is your jam, if you picked up one, are you still waiting for it to come in? What are you excited about? Or let me know, hey, this isn't really, I'm not into this, because I get it. No worries, you know I was back and forth on it too, but she is beautiful, but you just got to know how to make it work. Work, 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 work. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope every single one of you guys out there have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, cool, oh I have shadow everywhere, day.